All right, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom.
Um,
This is my ba. Join with me once again. It's the brother Zakiwam and the brother Adama coming back to give you another prophetic hour where we speak on prophecies in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Before we continue, let us give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh,
Hawa,
Bahashem, Yahweh
Hashem,
Shai,
Halashai,
Bahashem,
Shem,
Rahahakot.
Lacha, Kadash,
As always, Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father who the world ignorantly calls God. Jehovah, Yahweh, Hashem, and Yahuwah. Yahweh, meaning He is or He exists, the existing one. And Yahweh Shai is the true name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ and Yeshua. And Racha HaKodash is Hebrew for the Holy Spirit. For as it is commanded of us, we come unto you in the name of the Father, and in the name of the Son, and in the name of the Holy Spirit. Giving double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who continue to rule well, and much peace, blessings, and salutations are due to the hopeful elect members of the nation of Israel, those of you who are of Negroid and Native Indian descent from North, Central, and South America, the Caribbean islands, Alaska, and Canada, also spread throughout the four corners of the earth, due to the scattering for our iniquity by the Heavenly Father Himself. Unto the elect of you, we say Shalom. And Shalom is a Hebrew word for peace. So may peace be upon you and your loved ones here in these last days. Once again, welcome back to another prophetic hour. Hot off the presses, breaking news. Saudi Arabia ends their 50-year-long contract between themselves and Babylon the Great. Okay, and that contract entails the trading of the U.S. Federal Reserve note, which is a fiat currency, for oil. Okay, because Saudi Arabia is one, if not one, is the largest exporter of oil throughout the entire planet.
that's right.
You know? And the contract, just for a brief summary, the contract between them and Babylon, the United States of America, was to trade the oil throughout the world with the primary currency being the U.S. Federal Reserve note in return of having Babylon, which is one of the greatest nation in wickedness and in raw power as well on the planet Earth. They was going to use they have been for the past 50 years, using their currency as the primary currency to trade for it. Not only that they was going to buy the oil themselves, but they was going to provide protection to Saudi Arabia militarily. Okay, so that was a win-win for both parties. But here we are, 2 days out uh, from the expiration date because it just expired on the 9th. That's no more in progress. That's has ceased to exist for
That's right.
Saudi Arabia to use Babylon's fiat currency as the primary means of transaction for oil throughout the world, which means, and it's going to come in stages, but it means that this economy is through.
That's right.
You know, because the
That's right.
petrodollar, which is just that, the U.S. Federal Reserve note being traded for oil, is the cash cow of this nation. You know, so with that coming to a halt, this economy is through because now uh, China has surpassed oil imports from Saudi Arabia. Okay, and we know that China is a part of the BRICS nations. We know Saudi Arabia is a recent inducted member. You know, so financial hardships is on the way.
That's right.
Before, if your brother say anything before I jump into this short article, feel free.
God, I got a quick precept. Salaki.
Uh,
This is Proverbs chapter 13, verse 17. A wicked messenger falleth into mischief, but a faithful ambassador is health. And the scriptures also go into how Esau's words is smoother than butter or oil, but war was in his heart. So the way he's ruling right now is corrupt. You know, the scriptures talk about how not letting no corrupt communication come out of our mouths, because ultimately it's going to end. It's going to lead to your fall. You know what I'm saying? And we know through the scriptures that Esau is a wicked, and he has a bounds that he cannot pass. But the just shall live by faith, and Lord willing, we're the just bringing out this truth, man.
That's
that's
right.
right. God. So this short article comes from Caliber.az. It says the headline: Saudi Arabia ends 50-year oil for dollar dependency treaty with U.S. It says Saudi Arabia has brought an end to a 50-year-old pact with the United States, relieving itself from the obligation to exclusively trade oil for U.S. currency in return of primarily military aid. This agreement, initiated to stabilize the oil market following the turmoil caused by the U.S. abolishing the gold standard in 1971 and the oil crisis of 1973 through 74, officially expired on June 9th. And real quick, that was just a brief overview or summary, I should say, of why the pact was forced to begin with. You know, because of Babylon destabilizing its own economy by removing the gold standard from the
Mm-hmm.
monetary system,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and which led to inflation during those times. It was almost damn near hyperinflation until they made this move here, partnering up with Saudi Arabia. And as I said here, they had an oil crisis going on back in the 70s as well. But it says, according to reports, the decision not to extend the treaty became apparent in 2023 when Saudi Arabia forged an agreement with China for future oil transactions to be conducted in yuan. And as I may mention earlier, that China now is the largest importer of oil from Saudi Arabia. You know, it's no longer, well, it hasn't been for a while now. It hasn't been the U.S. because once upon a time it was the U.S., but that's old news now.
Mm-hmm.
But that was it on that quick joint.
I got a quick precept, real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 2. It says, "The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of the fools poureth out foolishness." You know, like brother was going into earlier, Esau putting out all these sanctions. He's pretty much a fool. You know, he's shooting himself in the foot and the head. But the scriptures, you know, pretty much what it is communication is like transportation. So you're your work Esau is working against himself. You know what I'm saying? He's not building bridges. He's burning his bridges, so to speak. You know?
Yep.
That's right, bro. So like, yeah.
And
That's
that's
right.
the spirit.
Go ahead, bro.
And that's the spirit, bro, that you said about burning bridges, because um, the great Babylon, America, has done irreparable damage in the form of its former allies and the former nations that it had ties with. All right. that it's ultimately going to cause them to burn this fucking whore, you know?
Mm-hmm. And the brother, the elder Yashawamba was bringing out how that thick clay is pretty much like the represents the debt, you know. So America is just like it's like the worst empire like ever as far as like just being corrupted. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They just screwed not only everybody but themselves. It's like the scriptures talk about how you know who he that does evil to himself, how can he like do good to anybody else? So, something like that. I can't even
Right.
think of a time
Yeah.
I'm looking at this. Thing.
Uh, I got that precept, bro, since you quoted it. This is the
Okay.
Prophet Habakkuk. Salaki.
No, that was you, Shemai. No, that's a fire precept.
Okay. Uh, Prophet Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And as a brother was
Wow.
to, the Hebrew word for thick clay is ibatyat, meaning heavy debts. You know, and we went into it maybe a show or two ago
Yep.
about just who Babylon owes money to. You know, who are they indebted to? It's China, Japan, um, their own a few of their own European allies. You
Right.
know,
And it's crucial, bro, because you had right after COVID, these major nations, one of the main holders of US securities and treasuries and bonds,
right,
you had a massive sell off of those shits. Nations like Saudi Arabia, India, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A massive sell off of US treasuries and securities. You can look this up. Billions of dollars, potentially trillions, right? Because this is all a divestment from the American economy. These people are divesting, which is the opposite of invest. They're pulling out of this place, man. You know,
Yeah, that's
and
like that's the spirit. Oh, Salaki.
that was it. That was it, Malak. It's a lot.
Now the spirit just say that because I was watching the local news on YouTube, and it was pretty much one of the videos that popped up. It says L.A. City Council bashed by public as you know V mandates expires, and then, they was pretty much saying
See,
how a lot of those people, they lost their jobs because they try to mandate the whole establishment job. But just wanted to
yep,
bring it out through the spirit because you mentioned it.
yeah, and that's the spirit because um, some of your top economists are going in on how you people don't even realize what type of impact that had on this place. Not
Mm-hmm,
only
mm-hmm.
America, but on the global economy. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right,
That they have a crash looming, impending crash in this place that's gonna fucking it's gonna trounce any of the Great Depression, any of the worst times that this place has ever seen.
right.
All right.
Nah, bro. Nah, that's real talk though, because literally we had bros that was like in the truth that was kind of like feeling some type of way, like that had everybody like it caused a lot of mental uh, illnesses, and
Oh yeah.
that was a major stage, if you will, like that was a
Huge,
major
huge
scene,
deal. Yeah. That's right, bro. Tactic of the devil to usher in this system. You know, it was a trial run, but really it was a motherfucking
hmm
his template, the template. You know,
right.
hmm
shut this fucker down, man.
And so like we
And
was going to earlier. Oh, so like I don't want to jump the gun. So like go ahead, Dom. Oh, for sure.
no, that was it, Con. That's right, bro. But
Now we was
one
talking
thing I
about
want to
earlier.
mention, Slack, real quick, bro, in that Habakkuk, um, how it mentioned about the thick clay. It said before that, woe unto him, um, pretty much that it says something about that which is not his. If you can, if you can go into that again, King.
Come. Prophet Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Okay, Khan. So when you go into, not only did he increase which is not that which is not his by the sword, right, through rape, robbery, and murder, but he also obtained that through, how do you get something when you don't have the money,
Right.
right? You get it through fucking credit, right? And that's what this system was based on, this debt-based system. You know, he increases, he'll get shit, he'll borrow this to pay for this, you know, but eventually that
Mm-hmm.
shit's gonna fucking run out, man.
That's spirit, bro. Because in a different translation, when you're going into, or where the Lord is going into how he laid himself with that thick clay,
Come,
uh, in another translation, it uses the word pledge there, right?
uh,
For an example, let me pull it up real quick.
that's the
I'll
spirit.
get it.
Mortgage.
I'll get it in the ESV. Uh, the latter part of that verse.
Come,
Woe to him who heaps up what woe to him who heaps up what is not his own, for how long? And loads himself with pledges, right?
mm-hmm.
And I got this the etymology of the word pledge. And quick to the point, it means to guarantee, right?
Come,
And this is real quick, Salakia. Have responsibility for it. And this goes into a surety. So basically,
come.
uh, doing how Babylon do,
Yeah,
making promises.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And it's heavy because, yeah, because a pledge is pretty much saying, I pledge that I'm gonna pay you this money back. So you're gonna give me this shit that I can't afford right now, but I pledge that I'm gonna pay you back. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, when you look at the word mortgage is mort going into death, and then gauge going into pledge. So it's a death pledge because you're going to be paying for that payment. You're going to be paying on the interest on the usury for that loan until you die. Because they're,
Sure.
the general term of those mortgage loans are like fucking 40 years and shit, 40, 50 years.
And check this out. It goes back to the Old English, right? And the meaning
Come,
for Old English pleon, which is the Old English word for pledge. It says to risk the loss of, exposed to danger.
come on, bro.
Good.
You see? And that's all he deals with in his financial sector. There's a lot of risk, right?
God,
He even determines how much money he can make off something based off of the volatility. When, but wait, I thought that word volatile was a fucking negative term, and
right,
it is. You know,
right.
show
Unstable.
you it's unstable, bro, and it cannot stand.
It also
Got a quick.
means Salakia. It also means hostage. That's
See,
crazy.
there you go. Yeah, you're fucking you're hostage to that shit now. Go ahead, Zach.
God, I got a quick precept. This is Psalms chapter 23, verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. just going into the like you mentioned the mortgage. You know, we here in this fucking demonic ass death society. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
But you know, we have this truth in His life, man. And
that's
the
right.
scriptures, the Lord said He is the way and the truth and the life. So the Wadi Abba Shema Shai for this truth is wisdom and
That's right.
knowledge.
That's right. That's right. I had a quick one in Sirach 21 and 8. It says, he that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial. All right. And that's ultimately that goes into the, these mortgages and any type
Mm-hmm.
of credit based situation scenario that you find yourself in. It really, these motherfuckers, they've got themselves into that shit. Right. But ultimately, America is that house that was built off of another man's money. All right. Not only off of the bloodshed and the spoil of the
Right.
Israelites, but also by simply by that debt based system that he established America off of a debt based system. Borrow this amount from this motherfucker to pay off that other loan that I got, right? But eventually it's gonna catch up with this place. That's why it's likened unto building your own grave, pretty much. You're digging your
Mm-hmm.
own fucking grave, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
I'm dealing with this whore.
Yeah, yeah, that's right, bro.
And again, that's why the scriptures say He has a bounds that He cannot pass because ultimately He's living in wickedness, man. And
Mm,
wickedness can't. It's not living. It's not going to go forever. Only righteousness is immortal. You know.
that's the spirit, bro. Um, because this nigga ultimately he's on borrowed time too, you know.
And I noticed today, I was at a Smart and Final, and I was literally paying for my stuff, about to leave, and I seen this Edomite like he like sped off real fast to the point where everybody was like, "Oh shit! Like he's about to crash!" Like and these Edomites about to start crashing out, bro. Like for real, they
God,
about to
bro.
really start crashing, along with the end of, bro. Along
Bro,
with a lot of our wicked ass people, man. They about to start crashing out. So, bro, just be
spirit.
safe when you're driving because these people like they got a lot of spirits on them, a lot of spirits on them where they don't have the patience and the discipline. So we got to be that much more, you know, in the spirit, man.
Major.
You're not lying though, bro. These people they got demons on them, bro. Quick side note, I was driving the other day. I was on the 710, bro, and and you know how brothers do. You know, you on the road, you steady. You know, you checking your surround, looking in the mirrors and all that.
Of
Yeah.
course.
I see this car, you know, driving like fast, you know, like faster than usual on the freeway, bro. And you know, and it turned out to be looked like a woman to me, but got real close up on my bumper, you know, but you know, still far back enough she ain't bashing into my shit. So I'm peeping. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. So then she, you know, she started putting her hand out the sunroof, you know, waving it from side to side and all that, bro. Then
What the
so
fuck?
I'm dipping. I switched lanes so she can get from behind me, bro.
Right, right.
Cause
Go around, bitch.
she starts swerving, bro. She starts swerving, and she get in front of me. I'm peeping her. She's like swerving, and she get real close to the left lane shoulder, bro, and bash into it, bounce off. Sparks start flying from the tire, bro, and smoke was everywhere. But she was still going fast, bro. So, but that's because she was high on some shit,
She
you
was,
know.
she was on one, yeah, for
Yeah. So
sure. Guaranteed.
so they trying to cope that way, but they really gonna cope by
Uh,
doing how you saying it's like just gonna crash out. They gonna cope by being violent and crazy out here.
mhm,
That's how they gonna
mhm.
release
Hmm.
that steam.
That's right,
Nah,
bro.
for real, bro. Because this morning, the end of literally cut me off. She didn't even have to do it, bro. And then when I pulled up, because she was making a left, she was literally already waiting for me to look at her. Like she was looking like right in my car, like what? Like, and I just said you a demon. I didn't even say it loud. I just said you a demon. I just said it like so she could read my lips, and she's like, oh yeah, okay. And I just look straight like, are you a demon? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the
Say
fuck you
that.
mean? Like, you doing all this extra shit. But that just goes to show you that the times we're in, the
Yep.
scriptures say demon times, because these some evil ass times, man. Like people, like,
Super.
especially
Yep.
without this truth, bro. You
Yeah.
can expect the worst, bro. Like it's so much going on right now. We can't even put it all into this
Yep.
1 hour or whatever we going into. You know, it's a lot going on,
It's
man.
the most. It's the most, bro. That's right. That's why they're calling it this crisis that's going on. They're calling it a poly crisis, which
Yeah.
means basically it's a mini or another one is a everything bubble. That's
Hmm.
another one they coined. It says everything is fucking about to pop in this place, man, on every side.
Manifold.
Manifold, yeah, that's right, bro.
Quick insert. Saint Matthew 24:12 in the NLT. Sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold.
See, see,
That's
that's
right.
iniquity abounding. Because these people, they don't want to acknowledge their sins. They don't want to acknowledge righteousness. So what else? What else is gonna happen? What's gonna happen? These people are gonna be possessed by all these demons that's out here, man. All this wickedness is out here, man. It's only gonna get worse and worse. And it's spiritual that this Jake, I was telling Shemaiah before we started the lesson, this Jake at the job was saying like, "Hey man, it's funny how we've been talking about this for a minute, and each day that goes by, it's getting worse and worse." And he was talking
Mm,
about the whole Russia, being over there and doing those military drills in by Cuba.
that shit's getting
You know,
crazy.
right? It's getting
That
to the point
conflict.
where, right? It's getting to the point where any day, like even as
Mm,
Edomite said it, as Edomite said it, any day now you can wake up and it's gonna be a whole new world, bro. It
yeah,
ain't gonna be the same world that was yesterday.
that's right, bro. That's
Times like
right.
never before.
Well, exactly. And that shit, it's compounding. What they call it's like there's exponential growth every fucking day that passes by. There's the shit. It's almost to where you can't even cover it. You can't even
Hmm.
to keep tabs on it all. The
Hmm.
Most High is just causing a whirlwind of fucking
Hmm.
like the brother mentioned the other day, fucking chaos and mayhem.
Hmm.
You know.
Hmm.
And as we
Which
were
is
talking
which.
about earlier, bro, it's all in His time, but the Lord is definitely working right now, bro,
Con,
and
con.
it's evident, you know.
That's right.
Now, humbly speaking, like because bro's been waiting for a minute. Like, man, how long? How long? But seeing how it's all adding up now it's like it's humble to the point where you like, oh shit, like
Right.
even us is like
There it
we like,
is.
oh, you know what? Uh, yeah, I gotta really start locking in and really start repenting and just being grateful and just humble and appreciative to this truth, man. Because
Uh,
it's to that point where you see him, and every brother can give a testimony how it's affecting them on every
Right.
level, bro. Like even within my house, I told brothers, I said, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's gonna happen. Like that's how it is right now. It's like shit, it's all the Lord's will,
yeah.
but you never know, man.
Yeah. Everything's on the verge right now, man. That's what Most High is doing. He's bringing a close to this fucking thing, to Esau's world, Esau's age. You know.
And He beginning with the attacking of His economy, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were talking about earlier, bro. You know, this is how the Lord plagued Egypt. You know, He killed off the cattle and the grain. You know, that represent the economy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not only what they was using to sustain their own kingdom, but they had a large enough abundance of it to trade with the local nations. You know,
Yep. It's
because
a big deal.
ain't just military might that makes you
Right,
a superpower in the earth.
That's
It's
right,
right.
King.
also finances too.
Yep.
Hmm.
Commerce.
Right.
Com.
So Just as the Lord struck the economy of ancient Egypt, He's striking the economy of spiritual Egypt. You know,
That's right.
and we see it. But
That's
the
right.
thing about it, the Lord got this demon in a trick bag because he think he's doing it by his own.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
he think this idea is of him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's well, they're calling it the ones who are assessing the situation. They're calling it a controlled demolition. Right. It's his secret agendas. We know it's his secret agendas, but they're calling it a controlled demolition, a
Right,
manufactured collapse.
right,
Right. But not even realizing, because they're rolling it out so that they could bring the solution, right?
right,
Which is going to be the this new monetary system, and eventually this the, the chip, right?
right,
That's why he's fucking collapsing all this shit of what he thinks, but the Most High is doing it, man.
right.
Most
I
High
got
is
a quick
behind all of it.
precept. Salakia.
Huh?
Quick precept. Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man, and giveth into whomsoever he will, and set up over it the basis of man. And right,
Right,
going to what Shemai said, this Edomite think he doing all this. Well, ultimately, it's the Lord putting the spirit on him to do this. You know what I'm saying? He's
right,
possessed him to do all these things to fulfill his will. Going back to Pharaoh, he's hard in his heart. One of these Edomites was bringing out how if they pretty much control the food supply, they'll be like gods. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that's the spirit of the Lord put on these Edomites, man.
that's right. You got that God complex anyway. You know, a quick segue because you mentioned it, Dama. You know, he's doing all this
Gone.
so he could bring the solution. You know,
That's right.
and the solution is going to begin with the CBDCs. So just a quick segue. I had just the news tab here, and all these articles. I'm not gonna go into them. I'm just gonna read the headlines for the top four that popped up, and all of them less than 24 hours ago. So in the midst of Saudi Arabia uh, ending the 50-year pact, here's one of the headlines here: Saudi Arabia Central Bank joins Enbridge for CBDC cross-border trade, showing that they're on board with the end goal, the broader picture, right? CBDC, the National Bank of Rwanda, outlines plan for a central bank digital currency. Ripple partners with National Bank of Georgia to digitize the economy. And this one here,
Slovakia, bro. Is that National Bank of Georgia? Is that over there in fucking is that out here or
let me see. No, the Republic of Georgia, which is hold on, find
Right.
it right.
Shit.
because they have a Georgia, Russia, all
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
See if that's what it is. National Bank of Georgia is in. Slovakia. Here it is. National Bank of Georgia was established on the basis of the Georgian Republic Bank of the State Bank of the USSR in 1991.
Con. So yeah, over there too, bro, to show you how diverse and vast this whole agenda really is. You know,
Right.
what they would call fucking hole in the wall countries are even on board. Let's go.
That's right. So that, and it says here too, Russia starts using CBDC to cross border for cross border payments in 2025.
And it's the spirit you mentioned, the border. It's like we was going through earlier. So-called ICE, they arrested
Mm-hmm.
ISIS. You know what I'm saying? 8 ISIS members
God.
going into the
Mm-hmm.
whole terrorism thing. And they said it was in L.A., Philly, and New York. So that it goes to show you how scattered these so-called migrants are, which they allow it to happen because they're just going into their whole being their order out of chaos, man. You know, going into
Fucking
the
right.
market, going to the mark of the beast. He calls them all both small and great. And if you think about it, Babylon is pretty much including all people. It has all these different languages. When these migrants come over, they have the different papers and lists in different languages where these people can come over and get these goodies. So it's all set up through the spirit of Par Yahweh Shema Shai. This is that
This is
spiritual Sodom and Egypt, modern day Babylon.
guaranteed. That's right, King. That's right.
Quick headline: NBC Philadelphia. This ICE arrests 8 men with possible ties to ISIS in Philly, New York, and LA, sources say.
But it's
So
spiritual how his name.
in total, scattered throughout major cities. Salaki, bro. Go ahead.
Nah, con. So like, it's a spirit that says ice and ISIS. Like this is showing you that the Lord is like, these niggas working together. Like, come on, like
God.
Esau. Like it's ultimately the Lord, but Esau's being exposed to the truth. He's not doing anything according to his own will. It's the Lord's will, and people gotta understand that. Like, if you're not going to repent and come back, you're pretty much going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the gist of it.
God. And all of them were from Tajikistan,
Right.
which is surrounded by Afghanistan, China, and Uzbekistan.
And this is the perfect setup, if you will, as far as like the next false flag or whatever, because I believe that's the same group that shot up that Russian concert, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they've been talking about this for a minute. Or how about how America's infrastructure is cyber cyber attacks is a threat. Water infrastructure, whatever you what have you. They've been preparing the people's minds for this time. So when they do bring it out, a lot of people gonna be ready not only to be drafted, but to take on the mark of the beast. They gonna really be take that chip because Esau's gonna scare them to the point where it's like, if you're not taking this chip, you consider the enemy, and we just gonna not only cut you off from society, but they gonna be willing to cut your head off, man.
That's right, bro. And just to back you up, bro, it was a branch of ISIS, ISIS K,
Right.
that attacked Moscow concert, leaving at least 60 dead back
Mm.
back in March.
And that's pretty much normal now. Like around the world, I mean, that was over there in Russia, so it's kind of like surprising. But here in America, it's all type of shootings, bro. We ain't gotta like go into it, bro.
Yeah,
It's always some fucking shootings, bro.
It's a
So just
record. Yeah.
imagine when they're already talking about this mole shit, like, oh, protect the moles because yeah, okay, because the Lord is gonna kill them niggas, man, straight up, like, and they know that through the
Yeah.
spirit. And I just got a quick precept just because I said that real quick to the spirit. I was kind of like meditating on that.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Job chapter 18, verse 14. It's like it's low. And it says, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Right, going to say, how about Shemashai? The Lord is the king of terrors, man. He has all type of ways he's going to terrorize these people, man. Going into, Leviathan, going to pestilence, whatever you
That's
can
right.
think of, man. It's all type of ways the Lord can put fear into you and make you pretty much bow down and submit or die.
That's right. He's gonna roll it all out in this time. As the brother mentioned, no other time in the history of mankind is this amount of destruction gonna be on the scene. Pestilence and plague, the teeth of wild beasts, newly created creatures, natural disasters, marauders, you know what I'm saying? Death on every fucking side.
Right. Yeah, who you gonna call on? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? A lot of people, you know, protesting. That's just another thing. You still got these protests going on, so don't sweep that under the rug because they can have something happen at one of these protests and then and you know push that out to the point where they're like, oh, we need to bring this, you know, because all of it's lining up. You know what I'm saying? All of
yep,
it's lining up at this point. At this point, it's like they might as well just do it because everybody already see it. The average person is starting to see it because brothers be going so hard to where it's like the word is out. You know what I'm saying? The
that's
word is
right,
literally out.
that's right,
Just like that, there was a pro-Palestinian protest that surrounded the White House a few days ago.
Yeah, they can use
Just to
they
throw
can
that
use
in
that.
there.
Right. So many variables and options
yep,
that can come about to where the next day we wake up, we're gonna be like, oh shit, this shit, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's a
that's right,
whole nother game, whole nother scenario.
that's right.
That's that second Ezra's, right? They're not gonna regard their princes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get it. This is Book of Second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor the princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
That's right.
And that's going to like, civil war. So, but just imagine how the building stages, how it's building up to that. Because food prices going up. The whole Saudi thing is gonna cause all type of prices to go up, and people are already desperate. They already got smash and grabs, and that's right now, bro. So imagine when this shit really like start hitting the average American Joe Schmo, if you will. They already on the verge of fucking crashing out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, yep. Raiding the stores for fucking fagged out designer clothes and accessories and shit. Wait till when your fucking these niggas fucking stomach is hitting their spine. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
Nah, bro, that's real talk. Cause that's it. Ain't no feeling like that, bro. And that spiritual that we in June, lewdness is a mother famine, man. You got
That's crucial.
these niggas marching around,
That's fucking
playing around.
crucial. Con, bro. I gotta get that because you see this onset of all this destruction, all these calamities that have befall this place, but you never considered that it was because of these people's wicked fucking behavior. That
Mm-hmm.
you see, we gotta consider the formula of the Heavenly Father. That if you do this, He's gonna fucking give you this. If you do
Right,
that, He's gonna give you that. You
right.
know, and that's what this is what's lost on this fucking place, on this world. You know, this is in Tobit 4:13. It says, "For in Slakia, it says, Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people, in not taking a wife of them." It says, For in pride is destruction, and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay, and great want. For lewdness is the mother of famine, right? So it just mentioned that why a society decays when you look at the collapse of a society, you can attribute that to the lewdness that comes out of that place. All
Right.
right. And that's why we see this collapse on every fucking side because the people's the morality has plummeted to an all-time low.
And going into like you brought out, loving your brother and your neighbor. That's going into examining yourself, because the scriptures talk about how you should love thy neighbor as I love thyself. That's very important. You got to really look at yourself. Like, man, am I
That's right.
treating this brother right? Am I treating just even the average person in the world?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are niggas, but still, we have to represent Yahweh Shemashai on every uh, front as we can. We got to be that example. So we have to be. The scriptures talk about how the greater thou art, the more humble you shall be. So that just keeping that spirit, ruling your spirit, will take us a long way, man. Because that you're pretty much exalting, Yahweh Shemashai. You're not exalting yourself. You're exalting this truth. That's what it's all about. Pushing this truth out as much as we can on every point. Because the more we do that, the quicker we get out of here. The more
That's
we
right.
represent Yahweh Shemashai, the better it is for everybody. Because everybody gonna see it. People, even the average person, they might be in darkness, but little things they gonna pick up. So they gonna know like, oh, I can't deal with him like that because he not on that tip. You not all laughing all the time, goofy all the time.
Yeah,
You sometimes you might have a serious spirit on you. Like, I mean, I'm just trying to get through the day. I'll be cool with you. I ain't mad at you, but I'm just telling you, like, this shit real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, through your actions, while you way you move, and that's
that's right.
yeah.
And they feel it too. Like you said, it's the spirit though they feel. You still
Hmm.
cool with them and all that, but they feel that spirit come from you. Like, I ain't know I'm not a clown. You
Right.
know.
It's sincere. Like, think about
Yeah.
it. Think about it. If you've been like, say, like, just in that day when you going through like hordes of battles, you're not gonna be goofy, bro. You're gonna be looking at people like, what I'm saying. You're gonna have a serious look at your face like, bro, I just been through fucking battles. Like,
Right.
you're gonna look at a person like, who the fuck are you? Not on some shit like, but you're just gonna look at a person like, shit, I'm going through this shit, bro. Like, it's real, bro. Like,
That's
and it
right.
That's
is
right.
what it is.
That's right. And that's what it expressed as David's mighty men, that they were chaffed in their minds. They were so crucial that it said that they didn't lodge with the people, you
Hmm.
know. because they had a spirit and a countenance on them that, you know, you might fucking do something that might not do you too well, you know.
Now, real though. Now, real. You get
You
your
know,
shit fucked up real quick. You know what I'm saying?
God, bro.
That's how everybody should feel. It should be like I don't want to. The scriptures talk about how you should offend less. Like
That's right.
everybody should be in that spirit. Like you know, what I mean, we know it's ultimately up to the elect. You know how much my shine, but just putting that spirit out, like nah, man, we can't be bullshit no more. We can't be playing
Nah,
around no more. We got
not
all
at
this
all, bro.
this fag shit going on. That shit is fucking annoying, man. That shit is
Yo,
uh that shit is disgusting, man. That shit is an
that's right.
abomination.
That's right,
No.
bro.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
I seen a little billboard the other day talking about protect your pride and shit. Like protect your pride.
It's fucking
See?
crazy, bro.
They promote that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
we worship. Yeah, and it's not a coincidence that now the new thing, bros, is the churches, these different denominations, Baptist, fucking Catholic. They're making their stand and making it a public announcement and declare a declaration and establishing that they're down with these people,
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
with
bro, I
these
kid
with
you not. I kid you not. Uh, when I go to my bank or whatever, at the end of the week, I pass through Long Beach, right? It's it's this little church, on my route. I take, get back to the freeway or whatever. That says signs say all are welcome, right? And got
Mm,
a rainbow posted on it.
see,
And
see,
the address that's on the building is like rainbow stained glass type shit. I'm like, wow,
that's
man.
wicked as fuck.
Church, bro.
It's wicked as fuck, bro.
So called church.
It's crazy.
You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. It's crazy,
But they
bro. Yeah.
they but we looked at as bugged out, you know.
Right, right. Worst thing in society, you know.
And it's wild, bro.
Gone.
But that's the sign of the times, though. In the
Yep.
days, you know,
That's right,
spiritual
bro.
Sodom.
Yep. That's right. That they would
Like Doc
exist.
was saying, they know, even if they don't want to admit it, they know deep in their spirit that shit is off and be
Mm-hmm.
judged for it, bro.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
No, damn, bro.
And
That's the cold truth.
everywhere you look, you can't even watch a damn TV show, bro,
That's right. That's right.
in peace. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
If it
That's
ain't
right.
an ad that got it, or out of nowhere, it's a mo character on here or something. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
they just start
Exactly.
sneaking in on you. But
Yep. And he's one of the most prolific characters in that series or in that show
yeah,
that changes the course and the tide of how the whole story goes, and it's like, goddamn, you know.
bugged out,
Yeah.
bro. That's wicked. You
Gone,
know.
bro, gone. But that's how that cancer has spread through influence like that, you know.
Yeah.
I got a quick precept.
Yeah.
Just land back on Shemai. This is Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. It says, for the word, it says, of God, Yahweh Shemashai, is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing of sunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart. Like you mentioned, the spirit, Esau's spirit is not upright in him. So when he hears this word, he gets all, shook up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even 2/3 of our people that's in that spirit, man. They get shook up. So when these things start coming out, like these words start coming out, we gotta be prepare our minds for that persecution, because that's also prophecy. They gon' the scriptures say the world hated Yahweh Shemashai before it hated us. So yeah, we at that time where it's go time. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the clash.
Yep. That's right.
Right. We almost there too.
Going back into that whole ISIS thing, they can pin that on anybody. They can say, oh, these dudes working with Hezbollah, Hamas. Who knows how the Lord gonna work it out? But I'm just saying, like they're already saying, like America's been infiltrated, so to speak. So Esau gonna do all type of shit to not only distract the people and confuse them, but he's gonna try to cover his own dirt. You know what I'm saying? The shit that he's doing. So just prepare for the worst and pray for the best, man.
That's right.
That's it, bro. Yeah, that's crazy though, bro. They in Philly, New York, and LA, and they say there's it's just 8 of them though, amongst those 3 cities. But how many more is it? You know, it's all we know it's all a stage.
Come on, you're right. Come on,
How that's just what they so-called
presenting. Right.
You know, how many more is over here like that? You know, for that orchestrated chaos.
Right. See? You see? Come on, man.
Yeah, though, man. It's getting kind of hot this summer. We ain't even hit the 21st.
Hey, you hit the 4th of July yet.
That's right. That's right.
But is there anything else?
I'm pretty sure.
On solid. Lock him.
Hey, so with that, Lord willing, this was an informative and edifying lesson. Um, we'll be back soon, Lord will, with another prophetic hour. So before we close out, let us give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh,
Hawa.
Hashem,
Shabbat Shai.
Hashem,
Hashem Baruch Kadash.
Once again, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect, wherever you may be. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Shalom Lakim. Yabashim Shabakatam. Shalom Lakim. Rabahab. Shalom. Much love. Shalom, King.